You guys, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Hey, Akpabio once fought for his own seat back in 2018 when Bukola Saraki was the Senate president. It shocked you, Abi? The same person that asked Sergeant at Arms, to usher Natasha out of the chamber yesterday, is the same person that is reportedly to have done the same thing in 2018. Back in 2018, he fought for his own seats, during a change of seats process, just as what happened yesterday. He fought to retain his seat during Bukola Saraki's regime. And now, because he feels like this is a woman, he can intimidate her. He wanted to humiliate and embarrass her. In fact, he even asked that the ethics committee should take up the matter and suspend her immediately, announce that right there and then. And I'm very sure that if she were to be a man, he would have tried to, reason with him. He would have tried to, reach a logical conclusion with him. Or at least he would have allowed him, to at least defend himself, because he was trying to defend himself by moving another counter motion to what Monguno moved, the clerk of the house moved. But Akpabio was not even having it. He was not even trying to listen to her. He was not even trying to give her a chance to defend herself. I'm very sure that wouldn't have escalated if he had allowed her to speak, at least hear her out, And the verdict was, if you don't go back to your seat, you are not going to be allowed to move any motion from where you are sitting. You are not going to be given any audience. What are your thoughts? I'm throwing this to you. Who do you think is right here? Who do you think is wrong? See, especially considering that Akpabio himself fought for his own seat, fought to retain his own seat back in 2018. Would you say that he's right for sending her out? You all, what are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section. Before we go ahead with the rest of the news, if you're new here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, give it a massive thumbs up. That way YouTube is able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Help your sister here, so give it a massive thumbs up. Also leave your opinions in the comment section as well. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Senate President Akpabio, who once fiercely defended his seat in the 8th Senate under Bukola Saraki's leadership, now urges restraint as Senator Natasha Akpabio fights to retain hers. Back in 2018, Akpabio resisted attempts to relocate his seat, arguing for respect and due process in the Senate chamber. Fast forward to 2025, he finds himself appealing for calm after Natasha protested a similar reassignment, removing her name tag and confronting Senator Steve Karimi. With Karimi demanding an apology, Akpabio intervened, advising against further escalation. However, many questioned the double standards. Why was it acceptable for Akpabio to fight for his seat then, but not for Natasha now? That's the very valid question. Why can you fight for your own seat and Natasha cannot fight for hers? Like, why? Why the double standards? Why? Why the double standard? Is it because, I don't know, you're a man and Akpabio, is it because you're a man and Natasha, is a woman? Let's take a look at the details. At the Senate plenary on October 17, 2018, Akpabio clashed with Bukola Saraki, the Senate president, at the time, over the sitting arrangement at the upper chamber. The disagreement between Akpabio, representing Akwa Ibom Northwest, and Saraki led to a rowdy session at the Senate. The disagreement started when about Akpan, the senator representing Akwa Ibom Northwest, accused the All Progressive Congress, APC, of plotting to foment trouble during the 2019 governorship election in the state. Akpabio sought to respond to the allegation using the microphone of Ali Ndume, senator representing Borno South, since the microphone on his seat was not functioning. However, Saraki insisted that Akpabio moves to a different seat with a functioning microphone, which had been assigned to him by the clerk. Saraki refused to allow Akpabio to speak using the microphone attached to Ndume's seat, but Saraki's directive to the lawmaker plunged the Senate into a rowdy session. Amid the controversy, the Senate clerk said when he assigned a seat with a functioning microphone to Akpabio, the senator said he would prefer the seat without a functioning microphone. Speaking with journalists after the incident, Akpabio asked Saraki to resign from his position since the APC had the majority of seats in the upper chamber. The incident happened some months after Akpabio left the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the APC. On Thursday, a heated argument erupted between Akpabio, who is now the Senate President, and Natasha, the lawmaker representing Kogi Central, over a change in sitting arrangements. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section below. What do you all think of this? Like I said, I would love to hear from you. Before we go, let's take a look at just a few reactions online. The first comment comes from Anthony Obalum, says, Tinubu once led protests against General Goodluck Jonathan, for removal of fuel subsidy 2012. Today, the same Tinubu kicked against protests in his own regime, so nothing is new in the zoo, everyday different drama. Christopher David says, the Senate's rule has to be respected. That woman was insistent, even when respectable senators enlightened her. She sought to be suspended. Another comment from Praise says, too much of supremacy leads to a high level of corruption. Everyone enjoying live jokers. Time will tell, and coming kids of a generation yet to come will clean up all this mess. Paul says, how did Akpabio fought? By insulting the Senate president then? I just surprised how some of us do reason in this country. A senator that makes laws for us to follow placed such attitude while plenary was going on, and we are praising her, that she have the right to defend her seat. To me, that was disgraceful and shameless. It means that she is not qualified to be a lawmaker. Okay. Dave Lovett says, Akpabio cannot tolerate 1/3 of what he's doing to Natasha now, yet he expects the lady to be calm, and some fools feels it's okay for him to be acting that way. Let's take one last comment from Olaluwoye Layo. Says, we easily forget and downplay history. Exactly. We easily forget and downplay history, especially if a lot of time has, overshadowed it. Especially if it's been a lot of years upon years. You forget that, I've done this kind of thing before. Just like Ibrahim Babangida, because it's been a lot of years that has passed since the annulment of June 12 election. He had a book launch yesterday, and billionaires past President Obasanjo Tinubu were at that book launch, despite the fact that it was one of Tinubu's tormentors. Tinubu was in the Senate back in 1993, when Ibrahim Babangida was military head of state. But because a lot of time has passed, all of these events has passed, it becomes like it did not happen at all. He is now launching a book talking about the annulment of June 12 election and all of the things that he did when he was in government. I'm very sure that if Sani Abacha was alive today, he would also launch a book, and everything he did when he was, the military head of state would be like a shadow. Nobody would remember. Everybody would now be smiling and laughing in his face as if those things he did when he was the military head of state did not happen. What are your thoughts? Let's have your opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.